Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nur Shafinas Izzati binti Suyamin and my matric number is 18748. For the past few months, I received a task from Professor Dr. Aliani, which is to design a mobile signal booster antenna for antenna and propagation subject. And today and now I would like to present the objective, the methodology, and also the results for this project. So the abstract is slow data rates and drop calls are normally caused by the distance from a cell tower, man-made obstructions, and terrain features. In this project, wireless cell phone signal booster is proposed. The proposed antenna design did not require to purchase any expensive 3G signal booster. The antenna has a simple design and the material used are easily to be found in the hardware shop or any supermarket nearby us. Signal booster helps in improving the signal strength and stability of cell phones. So next, there are three problem statements for this project. The first problem is mobile signal booster is too expensive in the market. And the second one is during MCO, it is hard to travel far to get an expensive material to build in antenna since this project has been done during the pandemic and we have to stay at home and we have to stay safe, and that's why I cannot travel far to get an expensive material to build an antenna, and that's why I propose this kind of method which only use a simple material to design and create the antenna. And the third problem statement is the poor signal strength that usually cause drop call in my house. So moving on to the objective, there are three main objectives for this project, which is the first one is to design and create a mobile signal booster antenna, and the second objective is to test the prototype at the selected area, and the last objective is to improve the signal strength and get a strong and stable signal in the house. So this is the selected location for this project. I have selected my house, which is in Taman Sri Serdang, Selangor. This area, normally outside of the house, the signal strength is strong, but when in my rooms, the signal strength is not quite good, and sometimes when I'm on phone with my mom, and suddenly it lost connection, like the drop calls happen, and it kind of annoyed me. That's why I would love to do this project, which the project gives benefits to me, which the signals in my room now is quite strong compared to before. So this is the proposed design. This design I found in the website, in Instructable website if I'm not mistaken. The design is quite simple and the material used to create this kind of antenna is really easy to find, and some of the materials are already in-house. So it is quite easy for me to create this antenna. The antenna was built using this parameter, which is uh, each side of the iron wire is 9 cm, 9 cm, 9 cm, and 9 cm, and at the bottom iron wire is 4 cm. I will show the video demonstration after this, and maybe you can get the idea on how I create this antenna. So moving on to the materials used to build this antenna. From the left side of this slide, we can see the connector block, iron wire, plier, wire cutter, screwdriver, television cable, ruler, and also marker. Most of these components or materials, we can get it in the hardware shop nearby our house. And some of the house already got plier, screwdriver, and for marker and ruler also we got it. So there's no need to spend more money to create this antenna. If I'm not mistaken, my budget for creating this kind of antenna is only 15 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. So next, moving on to the next slide. So as we know, every project and experiments have their own precaution steps, and this is a few precaution steps that we have to take note and highlight during the project. The first step is to avoid wire mesh, object blocking, and wireless device from the outside antenna. And the second step is keep indoor antenna away from any wireless router. And the last step is to remove the phone case because it may weaken the signal in the house. And I noticed during the installation of the mobile signal booster antenna, my roommate helps me install the antenna. And I noticed when we want to test the signal for indoor antenna, when she blocked my phones and me with the indoor antenna, the signals is really poor and really weak. But when I asked her to like go away and please don't block me, and when she doesn't, there is no any blocking object during between me and the indoor antenna, the signal, the bar of the phones increased from 2 to 3, something like that. So I guess avoid object blocking is really important in this project, in this experiment. So next, moving on to video demonstration. Okay, so next I will play a video demonstration on signal booster antenna. Okay, this is the material used as I mentioned before. There are total 8 material needed to build this antenna. Okay, first of all, measure the iron wire 9 cm 4 times. At the end of the edge of the iron wire, measure it 4 centimeter. So here I'm measuring it into 9 centimeter and 4 centimeter, and then for 9 centimeter we have to bend it into 90 degree, while the 4 centimeter I bend it into 4 degree angle, and then I cut the excessive wire, and then at the end of the iron wire, connect it into the connector block. As you can see, I changed the type of iron wire from the smaller one into the thicker one because I found it easy to use a thicker iron wire. Easy for me to connect it into the connector block, and just connect it like that. And then I'll take a television cable and cut the jacket, which is the black jacket. Cut it off until I can see the metallic shield. The color of metallic shield for this cable is in brown. Then okay, this is the metallic shield. Cut it off, and then insert it into the connector block. Yep. The next step is the center core, twist it together and make it like a spring like that, and then connect it into the connector block and test the iron wire using a magnet to prove that it is metal. Should be test it before, but I forgot and I test it at the last part. And then testing part. In the testing part, you can see that when I go far from the antenna, the bar of my phone is 2, and when it is close to the antenna, it turns 3 bar. And this is based on the RSSI value. Without the antenna, when there is without antenna, the value of RSSI is negative 100, bigger than negative, I mean lower than negative 100, which is negative 15 or something. And then this is with the antenna, the value is negative 46.5. So that's it for video demonstration. I will explain the results more detail after this slide. So next, the value of received signal strength indicator, or also known as RSSI, was observed in this project. RSSI is a measurement of how well the device can hear a signal from an access point or router. It's a value that is useful for determining if the signal get a good wireless connection or not. Based on the table shown here, the bigger the value of RSSI, the stronger the signal strength is. When the signal strength, when the value of RSSI is bigger than negative 70 dBn, it means that the signal strength is good, is excellent. While when the value of RSSI in between negative 70 dBm to negative 85 dBm means the signal strength is good. Then if the value of RSSI in between negative 86 dBm to negative 100 dBm means the signal strength is fair. And lastly, when the value of RSSI is below the negative 100 dBm, the signal strength is really poor, as you can see in the video demonstration before, the value that I got without the antenna and with the antenna. Okay, next is a screenshot of the result that I got. And this is a result obtained from the field test that I have done using my iPhone. iPhone that I'm using for this project is iPhone 6s, and iPhone 6s cannot see the value of RSRQ and also SINR. Therefore, I decided to observe the value of RSSI instead. So, based on the figure, in these two figures, without signal booster, the measured RSSI is negative 16 dBm, and with signal booster, the value of RSSI is negative 56.50 dBn. Okay, you can see from the previous slide, the higher the value of dBm, the stronger the strength, the signal strength. So means that the signal booster in this project is working. Next, I've done a test on the distance, based on the distance. When the cell phone is far from the antenna, the signal bar becomes 2 bar. But when my phone is close to the antenna, the signal bar increased to 3 bar, which means that the distance between cell phone and antenna and the signal booster antenna also need to be counted. So we have come to the end of this slide presentation, which is to conclude the project. So in conclusion, mobile signal booster antenna was successfully fabricated. And the antenna was successfully installed at the selected location, which is in my house, where the signal is when the signal strength is not good enough. And it works well in this project experiment, as shown in the results part. The signal bar increased from 2 bar until 3 bar to 3 bar, and the value of RSSI also increased from negative 16 dBm to negative 56.50 dBm, and about 59.50 dBm increase, which is a huge difference between without and with the antenna. This shows that the design antenna allows the cell phone to receive some signal outside of the house, thus provide a strong cellular reception inside the house. So that's it from me today. Thank you.